Here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
9 seconds. Anderson into the corner, it's forward for three. Good! He turns the game!
Throw again, directed traffic, going for the quarterback in the end zone! Touchdown!
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice to Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Live from Bald Eagle High School, it's high school basketball here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. This afternoon and tonight, the Newcastle Hurricanes take on the Downingtown West Whippets. Tonight's broadcast on the Lawrence County SportsNet and the Trib Live High School Sports Network is brought to you by Mainly Chiropractic, keeping you in the game. Castle Asphalt, making your dream design come to fruition. Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly and George, keeping promises for over 80 years. The Red Zone, score big at the Red Zone. Medor Bonner Law, a community firm dedicated to protecting your possessions. Ponce Insurance, love the life you live, worry-free. Tonight's broadcast also being brought to you by the Crane Room Grill, family-owned restaurant, brewery, and banquet center. The Penn Ohio Bottled Water, home and business bottled water delivery. Health and Motion Physical Therapy, keeping you moving. Works in Progress Paint Services, the Lawrence County Child and Youth Services, the Tri-County Principals Association, and by an anonymous donor from somebody in Newcastle that we greatly appreciate tonight. Here we get this broadcast on here. Good evening, everybody. Or actually, still say good afternoon because we're not used to tipping off before 6 o'clock, Jay. But my name's Lee Moan, along with my brother Jay Moan. But a little afternoon tip here because both these schools are a little bit far of a drive to meet here at Bald Eagle.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a drive, but it's going to be well worth the ball game, I believe.
Yeah, about two and a half hour drive probably for each school. Nice facility here at Bald Eagle in the middle of nowhere. Easy to find though. Interstate 80, exit 158. Take a right, go 2 miles, and you run into Bald Eagle High School. I mean, it was an easy trip. Thanks to everybody here for setting us up too.
I'll tell you what, it's a nice facility, and like I said, they're very nice to us. Everything's ready to go. We had a choice of where we wanted to broadcast from. So far, so good.
Now we're going to get ready for a good basketball game here between Downingtown and Newcastle. Downingtown coming in with a record of 22-7. Newcastle with a record of 23-3. We're going to take one quick timeout break here before we get in. We'll talk a little bit about Downingtown when we come back. You're listening to the LGKG pregame show. Your insurance company is not always on your side, but the law offices of Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George are. You can visit them online at lgkg.com for a free consultation. We'll be back right after this.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition. Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination. Are you looking to make a difference? Well, here is your opportunity. Lawrence County Child and Youth Services is looking for compassionate foster parents now. If you are over the age of 21, in good health, and wanting to help a child in need, we're in need of you. Receive free training and compensation by becoming a foster parent. Call 724-658-2558 and let Bill, Brooklyn, and Heather get you started. Make a difference and become a foster parent today.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wages, or not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
And welcome back to Bald Eagle High School. About 7 minutes away from the tip. They're Going to try to tip right exactly at 5:30, so we had to go on the air just a little bit early. Our LGKG pregame show looked at a law firm of A.B. Ray attorneys and super lawyers guide you through the legal process. Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly, and George keeping promises for over 80 years. Yes, I did say the mascot for Downingtown West is the Whippets. During our first media timeout, we're going to go through what a Whippet is. We'll go from there, but right now we're going to talk about Downingtown West, the Whippet champion, or the Whippet basketball team. They're the champions of the Chesmont League. They finished 10-2 in that league, but they did win their conference. They finished fourth in the district. They lost to Lower Marion in the third place game, 75-44. So that's why they were the fourth place team. By the way, Jay, there was 12 District 1 teams in the tournament out of Philadelphia, because that's how many 6A schools are over. There's still 7 left out of those 12 here going into the second round. But District 1, always known for very good basketball.
I'll tell you what, I've heard a lot about them. I've seen some very good basketball from District 1 players in the last couple of years.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few of those District 1 teams from out in Hershey for sure.
I'm sure we'll see a couple out there this year, too. Lee.
And Downingtown West, though, they won their first ever playoff game, state playoff game, just the other day. They defeated Waynesboro 64-60, but they got that monkey off their back. Coach Stuart Ross, in his 7th year, he played high school at Philmont Christian and played college ball at Westchester. It's a very good Division II program. He coached at Kennett, coached at Collegium Charter, also at Penn State Brandywine, where he won Coach of the Year honor. He also was an assistant at Glen Mills and Westchester, and like I just said, they won their first ever game. But we're going to be talking, Jay, about a very, very good guard. They told us to lie and said Dylan Blair 6'4", but only 5'11", but a very good guard in himself.
And he might not even be 5'11", Lee. You have to wait and see what he looks like. I can't tell with his jersey on which one he is.
Yeah, Dylan Blair, he scored 32 points in that game against Waynesboro. 32 points, 6 assists, and 5 3-pointers in that first round win to Dylan Blair. He's a 2-time Player of the Year in conference. He's the all-time leading scorer in Whippets history with over 1,500 points. But take that into consideration when Downingtown, they split in 2003. So Downingtown West been around, still a great accomplishment. I'm not trying to discredit that at all, but Downingtown West only been around 20 years because they split because the school was too big to get Downingtown West and Downingtown East. But Downingtown West, still 1,500 points in a career, pretty good.
I'll tell you what, he's, like I said, he's the all-time leading scorer, and his father's actually a Westchester college coach, and he was a standout guard. And Dylan Blair is going to the Army.
Yes, and we're about to say thank you for your services right now, right?
That's right.
Yeah, and you mentioned his dad, Damien. He's been there for 15 years, and he was elected into the Westchester Hall of Fame back in 2001. And he was also a coach at Downingtown back in his days also. And he's the all-time leader in wins here at Downingtown West. He's 173 and 78, and he's the second leading all-time scorer at Westchester with 2,055 points. We talk a lot about him, but we also be talking a lot. Both teams not really too deep either between these two schools. We're going to get a little bit briefly into Newcastle because we're already down to 2:40 here before we go to our PA announcer. So we're going to take another quick break, and we'll be back and talk briefly about the Newcastle Red Hurricanes. You're listening to high school basketball here in the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP and the Triple Live High School Sports Network. And thank you for that anonymous fan for bringing you tonight's broadcast.
Wherever you're going, Axe can get you there. The bowling alley, beauty salon, and even the library. Axe can get you there safely. The grocery store, the pharmacy, and the bank. Axe can get you there comfortably. Going to work, visiting a friend, or just to relax at the park. Axe can get you there affordably. Axe is here to get you there safely, comfortably, and affordably. Choose Axe as your driving service and give us a call to schedule a ride.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
And welcome back to Bald Eagle High School, getting ready for tonight's basketball game. And boy, looks like we might be starting even earlier than 5:30. Jay, I want to talk a little bit about Coach Blundo, but we'll see if we can. Coach Blundo just picked up his 300th career win earlier this year. He's 313-50 his career record. He's got 7 WPIAL titles. He recently won his 300th game. He played collegiately at Westminster College. He's also an assistant there for a time. He's a 1991 grad in Newcastle and started in that basketball team, and he was the MVP of the 1991 Dapper Dan Basketball Classic. And let's turn things over to our PIAA announcer for tonight's starting lineups. And our national anthem.
With the playing of our national anthem.
And that's our national anthem here from Bald Eagle High School. And we're going to keep things right here with tonight's starting lineups from Bald Eagle High School. Newcastle will be the visiting team. Let's turn things over to our PIAA announcer.
Where tonight in the second round of the boys 6A PIAA state playoff, we'll be seeing the visiting team Newcastle Hurricanes take on the home team Downingtown West High School. Now, here are the starting lineups. First for Newcastle, starting the guard, by senior, number 12, John Anderson. At guard, 5'9" senior, number 5, Isaiah Bush. At guard, 6'2" senior, number 2, Jason Young. At forward, 5'9" senior, number 25, Nick White. And the 5'11" sophomore, number 11, Russ Boyer. For coaches from Newcastle, Ralph Kendall, Jason Donovan, Bill Humphrey, and Brian White. Now the home team, the Downingtown West. On the guard, 6'3" senior, number 22, Alex Newhouse. 6' guard senior, number 30, Joey Ward. 5'11" senior, number 3, Dylan Blair. At forward, 6'6" sophomore, number 23, Donovan Roman. And at forward, 6'4" senior, number 11, Larry Bell.
And there's your starting lineups. Blair, Bell, Newhouse, Bromhartz, and Suarez for the Whippets, and young boys Blundo, Anderson, and Wallace for the Newcastle Red Hurricanes. Today you have tonight's starting officials, or
yes,
the officials tonight. Go ahead.
Yes, I do. Dan Gales, Dave Wright, and Sarah Five.
I want to talk a little, finish the thought I had on Ralph Blundo. He was the MVP of the 1991 Dapper Gang Classic, transferred to Westminster for Monmouth. He helped the Titans to a 25-3 record back in 93 and 94 and reached the NAIA National Tournament team. They had 144 regular season points, 60 assists, 30 steals during his 94 season, and he also is an assistant principal right now at Newcastle. Keys to tonight's game real quick, Jay.
I'll tell you what, I think Downingtown might have the height advantage, but I think Newcastle has the speed and the athletic ability.
Of course, Newcastle used to that in the 6A. Talking to one of the assistant coaches before the game, he says, we're used to that every night. Usually in the highest classification, we're always going to be the shortest team, but can they out-hustle us? That's going to be the key tonight. And there's the first steal right there. Ralphie Blundo with the steal. Anderson will bring the ball across the timeline for the Newcastle Red Hurricane. Man-to-man defense here for the Whippets. Anderson hands the ball off to Boyce. Boyce to the long three, no good. Bromhartz with the rebound. Blair will bring the ball across the timeline. And the deep, deep three up good. Joe Suarez from way downtown. 3-0 Whippets.
He was almost out in the parking lot, Lee.
He's an honorable mention honorable mention conference as Suarez puts the Whippets up 3-0. Blundo in the corner, passing the ball back out. The Boyce, Anderson now, top of the key, into the lane, nice pass underneath, gets it to Young, back out top, Blundo travels, fake the three and then shuffle the feet, Jay.
Can't do that, Lee.
You want to mention Suarez on that three. His dad is the golf coach at Devon Prep, played basketball at Goucher College with his dad in Townsend, Maryland, and he also Goucher College recruiting Mr. Suarez. The 3-0 just underway here, first period. And Suarez from downtown again. That one's long. Good rebound by Bromhaus. Keeps it alive. Back to Suarez. Top of the key to Blair. Blair into the lane. Shot up. Good. 5-0 Whippets.
Nice drive to the hoop and a basket for Blair.
2-1-2 full court press. Newcastle able to handle that. They find Wall. Blundo open in the corner for three. He hits. That's what Ralphie Blundo does. First three of the night for Ralphie Blundo. Cuts the lead to 5-3. Big time answer there, Jay.
Tell you what, you don't want to get the ball behind too much in this game.
So the Whippets answer right back. Driving in the lane is Fromhaus, the great sophomore. Cuts it, makes it 7-3.
Nice spin move by Fromhaus to get in the lane.
He's the first team all-conference. So now Wallace. Back to Boyce. Boyce finds Wallace in the corner. Trying to drive in the lane. Cannot. Great defense there by Bell. Hands the ball off to Anderson. Anderson, Blundo in the corner. Drives baseline. Throws up a wild reverse shot. Misses everything. Rebound comes down to the Whippets, and Blair looking to run. Blair's now going to slow things up. Guarded by Wallace. Calling for a pick on the right side. Anderson now picks him up. It'll be a fun matchup here tonight between Blair and Anderson, Jay.
Looks like both teams are playing man-to-man to start with.
Blair, great job to get around Anderson. Now up off the glass, no good, and he's going to be fouled. Actually, that was by Young, the foul, excuse me. And different tonight, Jay, we don't usually see this, but we have the women referee here tonight during the boys' basketball game. Good to see.
That's good. Well, they're short of referees. They might have had to have her just to have enough refs for tonight's game.
I say no. I say she's just that good. First shot up and good by Dylan Blair. And I'm going to try not to say to Juan Blair somewhere tonight.
Oh, you're going to be tough, Lee.
Yeah. Not even close in the size as Blair hits both.
Nobody was the size of Blair in high school.
Yeah, what was he, 6'9", 300?
I think he's only about 6'7", but he was 300.
Anderson guarded by Blair, and he forces the turnover. Blair stops and pops from 20. That's short. Rebound. Going to come down to Formhaus. Long three by Suarez misses. And a loose ball foul is going to go on Formhaus. That's his first. With the Whippets coming out strong here, Jay, leading 9-3.
That's how you want to start a ball game. I think Newcastle wasn't expecting this type of defense to start with.
14 WPIAL titles for the Red Hurricane.
I'm sure Newcastle will adapt to it.
And one state title. Nice pass underneath, shot up and good by Dejon Young. And almost the steal there by Isaiah Poise. Threw it back in bounds, but the ball hit the sideline, so no turnover. 4:43 to go here first period. Canes trail 9-5. Thanks for joining us here in the Lawrence County Sports Network. Union will be battling at 6 o'clock, Union girls, and the Neshannock boys at 7:30, a doubleheader be taken care of by Mr. Dotson. In the corner, up three, no good by Newhouse. Rebound comes down to the Canes. Anderson up across the timeline, into the lane, hands the ball off to Wallace. Wallace bounce pass inside, that's Young. Right back to Wallace. Wallace pump fake, shot up, good. Nice move there by Nick Wallace. Shea cuts the lead to 2.
Tell you what, he scored underneath the guy and is right up to the easy basket.
Yeah, Blair's going to have his hands full with Anderson. I said, love this matchup. Two very, very quick guards and very good guards in Young and Anderson. Suarez hands the ball back to Blair for three. That misses. Rebound comes down to the Whippets, and misses the putback. Does Formhaus, and the rebound comes down to Anderson. He's 1-on-1, other end. Misses the bunny, puts it back up, misses that one, gets his own rebound for the third time. Up and in. Determination. Jonathan Anderson ties this game at 9 with 3.5 to go here first period.
This is going to be a fun game, Lee.
Already is. What are you talking about? Referees letting them play early. Only one foul on each team with 3:17 to go here first period. Suarez guarded by Blundo. To Newhouse. Back to Suarez. Blair now right wing, guarded by Wallace. Just standing, waiting. Gets into the lane, pops the 8-footer up, no good. Rebound, good job there by Young, comes down with a rebound.
Good box out.
Outlet to Anderson, finds Blundo in the corner. Hands the ball off to Boyce. Boyce back to Anderson at the top of the key. Blair on him will slowly pull things out towards half court, set the offense up. Referee's starting to count now. Got 3, gets the pick. Bounce pass back to Boyce, up for 3. That misses everything. Wallace with a rebound, and he saves it. Good job by Wallace, and that's going to be our first media timeout with 2:29 to go here first period. 9-all between Downingtown West and Newcastle. You're listening to high school basketball here in the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Well, I promised somebody on Twitter, they asked, what the heck is a Whippet? So a Whippet's a dog, and it's more specific. It's part of the hound group, and it's a sight hound breed dog, which you might be familiar with the dog since you hunt. So they hunt by sight, not by smell. And they also describe it as a poor man's greyhound. So it's full grown. It weighs about 20 to 42 pounds, and name was derived from the early 17th century word meaning to move briskly, and that word is now obsolete. So that's your story behind what a whippet is.
Thank you very much for
How
the
about
information,
that?
Lee.
So
I never knew.
Yeah. Well, the first time I heard what a whippet was, what the heck is a whippet? So I had to find out what a whippet was. I had no idea, and that's what I found out. So that's our history lesson for tonight.
I'm more intelligent knowing that piece of information, Lee.
Hey, Mr. Dawson liked it anyway, so. Score tied at 9 with 2:29 to go first period. Newcastle inbound the ball underneath the basket.
That's a nice play by Wallace to throw the ball off of Joey Suarez.
To inbound the ball now. Wallace at the top of the key. Looking for Anderson. Blair all over him. Wallace loses the ball. Suarez with a nice steal. He put the ball on the ground. Suarez took it right away. To Blair. will set the offense up. Hand the ball to Fromhartz. Back to Suarez, back near half court. Finds Blair, guarded by Blundo. But they're doing a lot of screening, trying to get the right matchup on for Blair, Jay. Suarez gets into the lane. Dishes back out, top of the key now to Newhouse. Inside, they find Kelly Bell, touches the ball for the first time, and a jump ball. Nick Wallace, good job, alternate possession. It's going to stay with it ball.
I don't know about that call. I thought it was a little bit quick call.
I sort of like it.
Well, it was a good call, but I thought it was a little quick.
Yeah. Antonio Lewis into the game. Antonio Lewis, part of the football team here from Downingtown. Actually, it's Newcastle ball. So Newcastle with the alternate possession with 1:46 to go here, first period. And Anderson, double teamed in the backcourt, finds Wallace, gets it over the timeline. Wallace pops from 13. That's nothing but net. Nick Wallace, he's got 4. Newcastle first lead of the night, 11-9 with 1.5 to go here, first period. 8-0 run for the Canes, Jay.
It started out a little slow, but now Newcastle's finding their game.
Inside, wide open shot, misses the bunny. That's Fromhartz, misses the second bunny. Rebound comes back out. Blair now, he misses the 3. Rebound battle for between Bell and Boyce. And Bell steps out of bounds as he tried to inbound. The balls are going out of bounds. Newcastle ball.
That was 4 shots at basket, all within 3 feet. Just couldn't connect.
So Anderson, guarded by Blair, get across the timeline. Does Anderson with 1 minute to go here, first period. Anderson wide open under Young. Young misses the bunny. Gets his own board back and get a quick loose ball foul on Kelly Bell. Boy, that's the second time we've seen that backdoor cut by Young. Jay's wide open, but that time a little bit too far under, hit the rim.
I thought he was going to get it, but just like you said, a little bit too far under that time. But he was wide open.
Team's second foul here the first quarter. Inside, Young misses, hits this one. Nice bounce pass into the lane. Young hits it. Canes a 10-0 run here in this first period. Making it 13-9 with 40 seconds to go here, first period, live from Bald Eagle High School. Blair goes coast to coast, shot up, no good. And there's Young with the rebound. Outlet to Anderson, he's looking to run. Finds Blundo, he's wide open for a 3. No good, tipped up by Young, no good. Somehow, Boyce able to save it. Back out top to Blundo, to Anderson, and to hold the ball at half court with 18 seconds to go. Canes loving it.
Going for the last shot. Very smart basketball.
Anderson with 9. Anderson with 6. Bounce pass inside. Boyce down to 3. Hits the hoop. Down to 2. Half court shot at the buzzer. Off the board. No good. (15-9) Newcastle. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to high school basketball here in the new Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP and the PIAA High School Sports Network.
In need of a lawyer? Contact Medore Bonner Law, a boutique firm offering tailored legal services and over 120 years legal experience. County residents with strong family ties to the community, Jason Medore and Michael Bonner, established Medore Bonner Law to provide clients with legal expertise and personal attention. Guided by their professional staff, you can feel confident your rights will be protected. Call attorneys Jason Medore or Michael Bonner, or visit MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity is really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
And welcome back to Bald Eagle High School. Limo and J-Mo bringing tonight's action here. 15-9. It was 9-3 Whippets, Jay. A 12-0 run by the Canes.
Like I said, the Canes might a little slow, but their speed is, they show they have more speed because they're getting a lot of wide open back doors.
And Dylan Blair, 4 points early on out of the 9, but off a little bit on his shots so far, but you can see the talent. You can see why he's going to Army.
Well, he's being contested with any time he touches the ball, he has something in his face.
Yeah, they're doing. There's the travel by Suarez. Unforced turnover there. I'm going to get another substitution. Ryan Barker's going to check in for the Whippets.
That was the third turnover so far for Downingtown, and Newcastle only has one.
Yeah, they're trying to really run a lot of picks for Blair to try to get the right matchup on that man-to-man defense, but Newcastle doing a nice job with the switch. Wallace finds Anderson, top of the key. Here comes Boyce. Boyce back to Wallace. Wallace now pulls back out towards half court and sets the offense up. Wallace off to Boyce. Boyce right wing. Spin move at the lane. Now back to Anderson in the left wing. Finds Boyce for three. He hits in the corner. Isaiah Boyce. A fall away three. It's 18-9 Newcastle. A 15-0 run. And Blair finally able to stop that with a runner in the lane. What a huge hoop for the Whippets, Jay.
I'll tell you what, that was a good move by Blair. I didn't think he was going to get in there that easy.
The Boyce, Anderson top of the key, drives in the lane, finds Young all alone underneath. Great assist to Dejon Young. 20-11 Canes. Fromhartz into the lane, shot up, no good, but he's fouled by Young. And he'll go to the line to shoot two. Donovan Fromhartz. That's his first, though. First foul. Game's second foul.
Only 2 fouls on each side, so very well played game so far.
So Fromhartz to the line. Hits his first. Fromhart's dad, Jim, played at Monmouth College. His mother, Mary, was a women assistant at Westchester, and she played at Marist College. And I got a story about Marist that we might get into later on if we get time here. 20-13. Anderson, pump fake in the lane, misses the bunny. Gets his own rebound back and dishes it back out. Young wide open for three, and that's nothing but net. Young's got 9. So Dejon Young, 10-point lead for the Hurricanes. Anderson almost with a steal, and they're going to say it's an over back. The ball was tipped, but they rolled to Kelly Bell, regained possession. And then the foot slipped over the line, which I don't know about, but we'll take it if you're a Canes fan.
Well, I'm sure they like it. They can have their 10-point lead.
6:04 to go here, first half. Canes by 10. The winner's going to take on the winner of the Reading game is Blair with the steal. Shot up, good, falling to the ground. Dylan Blair's got 8. You can see why he had 32 the last game, Jay.
I tell you what, he was quick down the court in that move.
Yeah, Reading and Upper Darby playing at 7:30 tonight. Thanks for those Reading and Upper Darby fans tuning in right now. I'm sure they are. Young wide open underneath, dishes it off the walls. He's double teamed and loses the ball. And a great pass down court to Fromhartz with the jam. Donovan Fromhartz has 6.
You saw that coming, Lee.
And we get a Fromhartz with a warning, I believe, a delay of game warning. He jammed it and then sort of threw the ball away. So I think we get a warning on the Whippet bench. To cut the lead to 6 for the Canes with 5:24 to go here first half. And Isaiah Boyce brings the ball across the timeline. Guarded there by Antonio Lewis back into the game for the Whippets. Now they spread the floor with Anderson. Gets the pick, bounce pass to Young, goes inside, shot no good. Fromhartz with the rebound. Outlet to Blair. Looking to run, nice pass underneath the Lewis, rejected by Boyce. Maley Chiropractic play of the game nominee right there. Great play by Boyce.
He was wide open. The Boyce come out of nowhere and rejected it.
Boyce is feeling it. That's from 20. That's net. He's got 8. 26-17 Canes.
What an entertaining game, Lee.
We had one last night and another one tonight. So Blair has the ball, 4:20 to go, and an offensive foul is going to go underneath as Ralphie Blundo went flying. That offensive foul is going to go on Ryan Barker. It's going to be his first, team's third. Nice crowd on hand for both these schools, considering the 2.5 hour drive for each school on a weeknight. I hope everybody doesn't know about Geo's from Newcastle, Jay, though.
We probably won't beat them there, that's for sure.
Yeah, the problem is Mark Shoss knew about Geo's. Young, cross court over to the boys, is guarded closely there. Closely guarded by Newhouse, tries to get the three off, cannot. Inside the Blundo, back out top to Wallace with 3:56 to go here first half. Canes with a 9-point lead. Wallace, back out to Young. Young in the corner, Blundo, three, net. Ralphie Blundo. That's the 6-3 of the first half for the Newcastle Red Hurricanes. As Blair on the other end has his shot blocked. Wallace with the save and throws out and went off of Kelly Bell and became ball. We got an immediate timeout. 29-17, 3:33 to go here first half. You're listening to high school basketball here in the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP and the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Weiland, Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance and receive the personalized service you deserve.
And welcome back to Baldwin Eagle High School. 29-17 Newcastle. I want to thank that anonymous fan, Jay, for bringing you tonight's broadcast. Greatly appreciate them stepping up because the PIAA, remember, we get into state playoffs, we don't have any rights anymore. We have to be, unfortunately, raise the money for the broadcast, and that anonymous fan from Newcastle, greatly appreciate their service here that they bring you this broadcast, so thanks to them. And thanks to everyone for all our great sponsors all year long. And they rule it's not Newcastle ball, so they ruled that ball did not go off a Whippet out of bounds, so it's the Whippet ball here with 3:26 to go here first half.
I didn't think it did, but
I didn't think it
did.
Yeah, they ruled it originally. They did. So Blair with a one-handed scoop. He's got 10. Yeah, everybody thought he might go play with his dad at Westchester, but the Army came, and he said yes. 3-2 zone now for the Whippets here. As Newcastle red hot from outside, hitting at 6 threes here in this first half. So they're going to switch things up. Find Young inside, back out. That ball was tipped. No, it wasn't. Young was trying to find in the corner Jonathan Anderson, who only has 2 points here so far tonight, Jay.
Well, game's Young. I'm sure they're moving the ball around right now. He's going to get his chance.
Well, actually, Dejon Young. That's who's 9 points for Young so far. But it is Young. Inside, Formhart's wide open. Easy layup for Formhart. He's got 8. Cut the lead to 8 with 2.5 to go here first half.
Pulling out their defense a little bit more now.
Yeah, extending that 3-2 zone a little bit.
Almost out to half court.
I like the coach, though. Make the adjustment. They find boys. Lob to Young inside. Young misses the layup. Beautiful execution, but Young just couldn't put it down. Young got hit in the face. He's hurting a little bit. And the ball stolen by Wallace. Wallace tripped and fouled by Blair. Keep an eye on Blair there, or on Young. He got hit in the face, and he's feeling it. I'm sure he'll shake it off. He was coming off the court during the timeout with the lower extremity. This time it's the upper extremity. He's taking a beating on both ends.
Well, no blood, so he gets to stay in.
And that ball's kicked in the defense there by Kelly Bell. Kelly Bell, a 6'4" junior. Blundo wide open in the corner for three, but misses. Long rebound, chased down by Anderson.
Good hustle by Anderson.
Finds Boyce. Anderson now. Baseline, the 8-footer up and good. Jonathan Anderson's got 4. Canes lead by 10 with 1:39 to go here first half. Blair to Bell, looking inside of Bromhart's, guarded nicely there by Anderson. Now inside to Kelly Bell. Bell backs in and count it, and the foul on Blundo. Kelly Bell just pushed in. Blundo not in position, gets the foul and try to complete the three-point play now. Good.
Coach Blundo, he was looking for a walk.
Yeah, he was looking for a double dribble, but did not get that call. So Kelly Bell will try to complete the three-point play. Down by 8. Make it. Nope. Misses. Rebound. Wallace chases it down. With 1:20 to go here first half. And Anderson will bring the ball across the timeline for the Canes. The Whippets staying in this 3-2 zone. I would not be surprised if they hold it out here. Now they're going to really extend this 3-2. Inside to Young. Back to Blundo. Boyce fakes the 3 now at the top of the key. Throws it inside to Young. Back to Blundo. Wallace now. Back to Boyce, top of the key. Inside, Wallace, 8-footer in the lane. How about that ball movement? Up and in by Nick Wallace.
Tell you what, they moved the ball well that time.
Give me a bottle of water, quick. Jeez, oh man. Some tick-tock. Ball never hit the floor. And that's what was so impressive of it. 42 seconds left here first half. Canes up by 10. Blair breaks 3 for the 3. Makes it. Got 13. Lead down to 7 with 30 seconds to go here in the first half. Wallace now. Back to Anderson with 20 seconds at the top of the key. We'll pull things out. Throw it over the Boyce. Boyce back to Anderson with 14 seconds. Anderson calling the play. Anderson down to 9. Anderson down to 6. He's double teamed at the top of the key. Takes a look at the clock with 4. Throws it inside. Wallace shot up. No good. Blair with the rebound. That's going to do it for the first half. With the score, Newcastle 33, Downingtown West 26. We'll take our halftime break. You're listening to high school basketball here in the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP and the PIAA High School Sports Network. And thank you for that anonymous fan for bringing you tonight's broadcast.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannon for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods, custom apparel, embroidery, and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team and how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for homeowners and businesses in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customers, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting and related projects for the winter season. Call Joe today, 724-714-4294, to discuss your next project.
Trib Live has a little something for everyone. Sports from high school to the pros. News from across the street and around the world. Arts and entertainment, lifestyles, opinion, weather, photo galleries, video. You can even find your next job, house, and car. So look alive, Pittsburgh, and get the news you want and information you need all in one place. TribLive.com. TribLive.com. News and more 24/7.
Looking for a
for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
And welcome back to Bald Eagle High School. 33-26 Canes leading in halftime is your Castle Asphalt halftime show. Castle Asphalt, they've been in the paving and construction business for 15 years, using top-of-the-line equipment and resources to guarantee your job is done correctly and efficiently. Innovative methods combined with years of experience. That's Castle Asphalt, castleasphalt.com. And I want to also thank the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company. You can call them for your home or business bottled water delivery, ranging from 16.9 ounces of bottled water to 5 gallons. Let them do the lifting and bring refreshing water to your door. That's the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company. 33-26 Canes leading scorer for the Downingtown West Whippets. 13 points for Dylan Blair, 8 points for Donovan Fromhartz, 3 for Joe Suarez, who had that opening 3, but that's been it. And Kelly Bell with 2. Nice balanced scoring, Jay, for the Newcastle Hurricanes. Young with 9, Isaiah Boyce with 8, 6 apiece for Wallace and Blundo, and 4 for Anderson. They're getting a little bit of everything, and they're just moving the ball fantastically.
So they're just passing, beautiful passing and execution most of the time. They missed a couple bunnies underneath I think wish they would have got, but they didn't. But each team is playing very good basketball, 4 turnovers for each team.
And that turnover stat brought to you by Medore Bonner Law. They're a local firm with deep ties in the community. You can visit MedoreBonner.law.com and to find out how they can serve you. That's MedoreBonnerLaw.com. Yeah, it's been a fun one. The winner of this one, again, we're going to be taking on the winner of Reading and Upper Darby, being played at 7:30. Site and time to be determined on Saturday. We know if Newcastle wins, that game's going to be maybe back here, Altoona, Chambersburg, somewhere in that vicinity. If Upper Darby wins that, or if Downingtown West wins and Upper Darby, that's going to be out east, and especially if Reading, it'll be out that way. But hopefully the Canes can play a very good second half too. As they played a very good first half, as it's been fun so far here in this first half, and really. It's my first time I was able to do play-by-play for Newcastle. And when you think about Newcastle basketball, Jay, you just think about Mark Schoss. I mean, he was the voice for Canes for many years, and we're going to be going to his favorite spot on Interstate 80 on exit 123 to Gio's Barbecue. What did he like to do?
Barbecue sauce.
Yeah, and how much did he buy?
He bought a case of it.
Every time he went by, he'd buy not a jar, my friends. He would buy a whole case of Gio's barbecue sauce, and we got it. We have to share the Brookville story because Mark Schoss was just a legend in Mr. Lawrence County. But every time we go by Brookville High School, because you have to do it to go to Hershey or State College or one of these trips out east that you have to. But going out Brookville High School, he'd look on his left, is like, oh, there's Brookville High School, my worst broadcast ever. Ever that I had to have. It was at Brookville High School. I had to sit outside in 30-degree weather. The press box was full. They put me outside on the patio to broadcast a football game, and all you could hear was the trucks going down Interstate 80 on that broadcast. The worst time I ever had on the air.
I heard that story every year for about 5 years.
And every time we went by Brookville High School, too,
Yes.
And even on the air sometimes, and you just mentioned Brookville, It was like, forget it. That was the worst place ever for Mark Shoss. But, yeah, we miss him greatly. And, boy, he'd be fun to have here on the network. But he was the reason why, he's the reason for this network. I mean, he was the inspiration for James Dotson to start this network a few years back, and we greatly miss Mark for sure. But anyways, as we get ready to start the second half, Jay, we got a couple minutes to go. Both teams playing very well. You said the turnovers very limited. What do you think Downingtown West? I mean, they switched up to the zone, which I do like that going into that 3-2 zone.
I think they're going to have they had to, because Newcastle was too quick and they're getting too many open looks. The back door wide open 3 or 4 different times. Like I said, Newcastle missed a couple of easy shots where the score could have been worse than it is right now.
Yeah,
they have a 7-point lead, but hey, it could have been more.
And Newcastle with those 6 threes in the first half. And talk a little bit about Dylan Blair. I mean, he's only 5'11", but very shifty little guard. Really well.
He put some moves on into the paint and underneath baskets. I was amazed at how quick he is.
Yeah, fun to watch as Dylan Blair, and said he's going to be off to Army, 1,500 career points, and he's the all-time leading scorer here at Downingtown West. By the way, Isaiah Boyce now is the 7th all-time leading scorer in Newcastle history. And James Dotson says if he didn't miss those 7 games mid-season, he might have broken the school and county record 3 records too. But, hey, if you make a few runs here, never know. In the next get this game, and you can upset a Reading team and get the Hershey. You never know. You might be able to make a run and hopefully make some noise. But I said Reading and Upper Darby waiting in the wings later on. And boy, I talked one of the coaches from Anaheim Township the other day. He said, boy, that Reading team is unreal. And that the Rodriguez kid, which is the coach's son, going to Ryder, is he? And he's the real deal. And but Central Catholic being played right now against State College. State College, the District 6 champion. They got a coach's son playing there. The Penn State coach, Coach Shrewsbury, his son plays for Penn State, and he'll be playing for his dad at the next level also. So maybe see that down the road too. But Central Catholic's going to have their hands full. Also on that left side of the bracket, Chambersburg being played Archbishop Wood tonight. What a surprise in Archbishop Wood. North Penn and Coatesville. I haven't seen Coatesville for a few years. Parkland and Garnet Valley and Lower Marion, the Aces, against Roman Catholic, the Cahillites, and that's the game of the night right there on the east side, Lower Marion and Roman Catholic. Roman Catholic missing those 2 starters, Jay, because of the transfer rule. They transferred into Roman Catholic, ineligible for the state playoffs. Of course, all they care about is the Catholic playoffs, and what a scene out there. They packed the Palestra for the Catholic playoffs out there. That's always a fun scene, but ineligible for the state playoffs. So we'll see if Roman Catholic can continue their run in the state playoffs. As we get ready to start the second half, Canes with a 7-point lead. Again, at the end of this game, tune in to the end of the Union girls game, and then the Shannock boys game will be on at 7:30. James Dotson bringing that action as Newcastle has the ball to start the second half. It looks like the Whippets will start in that 3-2 zone. Young back out top to Anderson. No, they go back into the man, Jay, to start this second half.
We'll see how long they last. First 3, I think they'll be going back in the zone again.
We'll find out. Anderson into the lane, gets the layup, shot, throws it up short. Bell with the rebound. Outlet to Blair. Throws to Suarez, the wide open 3, nothing but air. But the rebound comes down to Farmhausen. Missing the layup was Newhouse. Boy, you need that.
Farmhouse made a very nice pass and just couldn't connect on that one.
Yeah, Newhouse says brother Dan is a Westchester football grad. And missed that layup as Blundo throws the ball back out to Anderson. Anderson into the lane. Turnaround shot. Nope. Dishes it back out to Young. Blundo open in the corner for 3. That's nothing but net. Ralphie Blundo got his 3rd 3 of the night. Canes up by 10.
I'll tell you what, you can see how long this zone lasts after a shot like that.
Blair with a turnaround jumper in the lane, shot up and good. He's got 15.
Yeah, the coach said he's 6'4". He is not 6'4", but for 5'9" or 5'10" he is, he can move and he can jump.
Wallace back out to Anderson at half court with 6:23 to go here, third quarter. Canes with an 8-point lead. Winner moves on to Saturday in the state playoffs. Wallace fouled by Newhouse. Picks up his first, team's first here in the second half. Nobody in foul trouble. It's 2 nights in a row, Jay. We've seen this. It's good. Well, actually, no, River Valley got in some foul trouble late in that game. But for the most part, been foul-free these 2 games, which is great to see.
I like seeing this. They let the boys play, and they'll call those up, and there's another one.
And that one's going to go on Fromhart's
second, I believe.
Yep, that's his second. Yeah, Young was trying to get to the top of the key, and Fromhart said nope. And he fouled him, and that's going to be the second foul here in the second half. And Blair almost with the steal on the inbound pass, but Anderson able to track it down near his hoop. And loses it in the lane, but gets it back out to Wallace. Good heads-up play there by Anderson.
Quick time, hands by Blair.
Coach Blundo says, go run a play. Finds Young, gets in the lane, the floater, shot up, no good. Rebound comes on the Fromharts. Outlet to Blair. We'll slow things up with 5:40 to go here, third quarter. Inside pass to Bell. Bell up, no good. Tip. Wallace comes down with a rebound. We got a 2-on-1 break. Finds Blundo, and he's going to get called for the charge. Blair in perfect position. You can tell the Newcastle fans don't like it.
I agree with that call completely.
100%. Coach Blundo's talking to the referee right now. It's like, she gives the explanation. He's okay with it. Well, sort of. Accepts it. What else can you do? You have to accept it.
Yep. If you don't accept it and mouth off too much,
something might happen.
Yep.
But Coach Blundo, not that way. Very rarely. Bell inside. Looking for Blair. Finds Blair now. The 3 from the corner. Up, no good. Rebound comes loose on the floor. Newhouse able to pick it up and put it in. He gets his first points of the night. Cuts the lead to 6 with 5 minutes to go here, third quarter.
Newcastle been pretty sloppy with the ball to start this second half.
Oh, Anderson will set the offense up now. Inside, Wallace, a turnaround shot up, no good. It gets his own rebound back out to Anderson, and we'll call it play number 5. Goes into the lane, shot up off the glass, no good. Rebound, Newhouse. Outlet to Blair. Newcastle coming up cold here in the start this third quarter. Blair driving baseline, finds Fromharts in the corner. He travels. Got his man in the air, went around him, but shuffled the feet.
Yep, you got the first part, getting the man in the air, but the shuffling feet wasn't supposed to be part of the deal.
Whew. Get that water drinking. So the Canes now. Young, open for the 3, but not going to take it. Looks over to Boyce. Going to let him shoot the 3 and hit. Isaiah Boyce with his third 3 of the night. Lead back up to 9. Perfect screen set for Boyce. Came right around, wide open from the left wing.
See what happens with the defense now. That's 2 in a row.
So the Whippets, Fromharts in the corner. Newhauser looking inside, backdoor cut, back to Young. Rejected by Dejon Young.
That's a made chiropractic. Oh,
but Blair on the other end misses the layup because he was challenged by Boyce and he gets called for the foul. Fans don't like that one either. No replay here in high school basketball. As we're going to have a media timeout. Canes lead by 9 with 3:34 to go here, third quarter. You're listening to high school basketball here in the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP and the PIAA High School Sports Network.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination. When injuries get you sidelined, don't trust just anyone to get you back on the field. Visit Health in Motion Physical Therapy in Shenango Township. They want to get you back to the top of your game as quickly as possible with certified orthopedic and manual therapy. At Health in Motion, you receive quality one-on-one time with a board-certified physical therapist. Get the next generation of physical therapy to help in your recovery. Health in Motion is the first PT clinic in Western Pennsylvania to use the Nuvie, the neurobioelectric stimulator, in their therapy. Their technologies can reduce your time on the sideline from 3 or 4 weeks to just 3 or 4 days. Don't wait for months to see improvement. Notice a difference after your first visit to Health in Motion, keeping you moving.
Yeah, welcome back to Bald Eagle High School. Canes lead by 9 with 3.5 to go here, third quarter. You got that Crane Room out of town scoreboard, Jay, or not?
Just 3-0, 3:45 left in the first quarter. You're trailing.
First quarter?
First quarter.
3-0. That's Brookville. They run that stall offense. Union having problems scoring up there. Oh, that's the girls. That's right. I'm sorry. That's Elk County Catholic. As Blair goes the line to shoot 2, misses the first. I forgot the Union girls or Union boys are already into the quarterfinals.
They won last night.
Yep. They'll be taking on Carlington, their section foe. Blair gets the second, cuts the lead to 8.
Nice little roll there for him.
Man-to-man defense still for the Whippets. Anderson really yet to get on track here so far tonight. Only with 4 points. Blair doing a nice job on him so far. The motion offense. Anderson wide open, finds Young, but we have a foul on the floor. I believe it's going to go on Bell with a hold on Young. His second. Team's third. Newcastle inbound the ball. I bet Dawson's having fun with that 3-0 score, huh?
I bet he's talking a lot.
Not him. Well, he doesn't talk a lot teaching, so that's... But anyways.
But his students love him.
You better believe it. Blundo at the top of the key. Guarded closely there. Hands the ball off the Boyce. Blundo gets into the lane. The layup shot up, no good, but he's fouled by Newhouse. That's his second, and Blundo will go to the line to shoot 2. Good job there by Blundo, the isolation, and get the quick first step to get into the lane and draw the foul.
That's what you want to do. Like you said, good foul. Union score 5-5 after 1.
First team to 20. Blundo hits his first. First free throw of the night for the Canes, Jay.
Yes. It's over halfway through the third quarter already, too.
And Blundo hits both. It was 75% down, then came about 25% out, then went back down. Canes by 10.
That's 11 points for Blundo now.
And Newcastle goes into a 1-2-2. They're switching the defense up a little bit. Newhouse fakes the 3, gets called for the charge. That's his third. Good defense there by Isaiah Boyce.
Load that shoulder. You can't do that.
That's not a ticky-tack foul. That was a hard foul.
Yeah.
The Canes had a 7-point lead at halftime. They're up by 10 here with 2.5 to go in the third. Boyce guarded by Antonio Lewis into the game. Wallace now the 8-footer up, no good. Rebound comes down to Antonio Lewis. Outlet to Blair. Blair will slow things up, pull it out. Wallace trying to guard him. Spin move in the lane, shot up, no good. And it's going to stay Whippet ball as Wallace got a piece of that on the layup.
That was a nice quick move by Blair, just couldn't finish.
Yeah, Newcastle with 34 section championships over his career, the Newcastle Red Hurricanes. A great Newcastle program. Coach Blundo has been outstanding here at Newcastle. Bounce pass inside from Hart's out of bounds, off of Newcastle.
Nice hands by Young to knock that ball out of bounds.
You remember that state championship team from 2014, Jay?
Yes,
the undefeated Malik Hooker team?
Yes. And Hooker, his better game was football.
Shot up and good by Rick Kelly Bell. Yeah, I didn't think Mark Shoss was ever going to sign off the air after that game. 41-33 with 1:45 to go here, third quarter. Anderson across the timeline, hands the ball off to Boyce. Whippets stay man-to-man. Nick Wallace. He's had a nice game. I mean, Nick Wallace is only 6 points, but he's done a lot of little things as Wallace. Bounce pass inside, Young, easy layup. Nice pass there by Anderson.
Nice finish by Young.
Young's got 11. Blair pass inside, Ricky Bell, pump fake, shot up good. Kelly Bell heating up. He's got 6 timeout. Ponce Insurance timeout taken by the Downingtown West Whippets with 1:18 to go here, third quarter. That timeout sponsored by the Ponce Insurance. You can make sure you take time to save money on your insurance. You can call Agent Dan Ponce, Jessica Whelan, or Tracy Giddings to get started today. Visit PonceInsurance.com to request a quote for auto, home, business, or life insurance. And you get the best rates and customer service by calling a local agent at Ponce Insurance. Ponce Insurance, love the life you live, worry-free. And I want to thank again the Red Zone, our starting lineups. I forgot to mention they're sponsored by the Red Zone, Jay. You can make sure you stop by the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. Sporting goods, custom apparel, embroidery, and more, and they have all your championship shirts from Union and Shenango down there at the Red Zone. So pick up your championship apparel, and hopefully we'll be printing a couple more like next Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Hopefully one of these Lawrence County teams is going to make it out to Hershey and make a nice run and maybe get a state championship. Had it happen last year with the Shannock.
I was there, late. And you said, were you? In fact, you announced that game, didn't you?
Yes, I did, actually.
I thought you did.
Yeah, I think I was on the game with Timmy. Tim Continenza, yeah. So again, at the end of this game, make sure the Shannock Lancer boys team going to be taking on Brookville later on tonight. That game, first team to 30 probably also. Newcastle in the ball. Wallace back to Anderson with 1:08 to go here, third quarter. Canes with an 8-point lead.
I thought Blood was going to take a 3 there, just couldn't get in position to take it.
Wallace hands the ball off to Anderson in the right wing. Anderson, ball poked out of bounds by Lewis. One of the assistant coaches, Jay, said he thinks Newcastle gets to 65, they win easily. We'll see if that comes to fruition. Hopefully they can get to 65. It's a long way to go yet. With 50 seconds to go here, third quarter, they're up 43-35. Anderson almost travels, hands the ball off the boys. Back to Wallace with 40 seconds in the top of the key. The weave offense going on. Anderson thought about the 3. They were looking for Young inside. Back to Anderson. He's open for 3. That's a long one. Up, no good. Rebound comes down to Fromhartz. Outlet to Blair with 25 seconds to go here, third quarter. Blair with a quick move in the lane. Reverse shot up, no good. Rebound comes down to Boyce. Outlet to Wallace with 18 seconds to go, and they'll slow things up. What a move by Blair. I couldn't get the fall.
I thought he had that, and just in and out.
Clock down to 8 seconds. Anderson at half court. Now drives, gets into the lane. Anderson shot up, no good. Rebound comes down to Blair with 0.2 of a second. Shot up at the buzzer, no good. That will do it. Canes gained a point. They're up by 8 at the end of the third, 43-35. We'll be back for the fourth quarter. You're listening to high school basketball here on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP and the Trib Live High School Sports Network, and by our anonymous Newcastle fan.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
Wherever you're going, Axe can get you there. The bowling alley, beauty salon, and even the library. Axe can get you there safely. The grocery store, the pharmacy, and the bank. Axe can get you there comfortably. Going to work, visiting a friend, or just to relax at the park. Axe can get you there affordably. Axe is here to get you there safely, comfortably, and affordably. Choose Axe as your driving service and give us a call to schedule a ride.
Back for the start of the fourth quarter, yeah, Newcastle didn't say struggled a little bit. They were up against a very, very good Erie team in the first round, and they were down going into the halftime but they've scored 5 points in the last 5 seconds. They were able to come up with a steal and then just turn that game around. They were able to defeat Erie. Here they get the next round. That's that Erie team that beat Alderdice. Sent some shockwaves around because Alderdice are a very good team.
Your child's early education?
Saw them earlier in the year against Amani Christian, and Alderman's a very good team, but unfortunately for them, did not make the state playoffs because of the Erie Royals. Anyways, we're back to action here to start the fourth quarter. Whippets with the ball, and the 3-2 zone now by Newcastle as they switch things up. Blair for three in the corner, in and out. Rebound comes on the Fromharst, knocked out of his hand, I believe, by Young from behind into the hands of Anderson.
Nice quick hands.
So Boyce now. Inside, Young. No shot there. This is back up. It gets a 3-second call. Young was dribbling in the lane. Our first 3-second call in about 3 years.
I have not seen that call, like you said, a long time.
Actually, it's probably about the fourth time I've seen that this year. But not often.
That's not called often.
But it was actually a good call. I mean, Young was in the lane dribbling, and he didn't do anything with it. And that's the 3-second call. So
that was good defense by Downingtown.
Fromharts misses the 4-foot shot in. Loose ball. Shot rejected by Boyce. Out of bounds. It's going to be white ball as the Whippets able to keep it in bound. Good job on the sideline there by Antonio Lewis. Antonio Lewis is said part of the football team at Downingtown West. They were inbound, down, trailing by 8 with 7 minutes to go. Ever since that 15-0 run, Jay, or the 12-0 run, when it was 9-3 Whippets, and then 15-3 is the ball stolen by Newcastle. Downingtown West hadn't been able to get closer to 6 or 8. Anderson into the lane, the floater up, good. First time we've seen Jonathan Anderson actually been able to do that, Jay. And Blair now goes coast to coast. Boy, is he quick.
He's a lot quicker than I thought he was.
And Anderson doing the same thing and loses it out of bounds. Blair knocked it out of his hands as Anderson was trying to do the same thing Blair just did, but Blair gets the hand in, knocks it off of Anderson and out of bounds.
Things are starting to heat up a little bit.
Speed to speed.
Yep.
Blair, good defense there by Young as Blair wanted that 3, but Young was right in his face. Back to Blair. Turn around 17-footer, shot up, no good, and needs to be fouled by Wallace. Yeah, Blair spun once, nothing there, spun again, nothing there, and then forced the third one and was fouled.
That's good ball control by Blair.
Blair goes to the line to shoot the first free throw, misses. We get a heck of a crowd looking in for the second game, Jay, between Williamsburg and DuBois Central Catholic. He played the second game here, the girls' game. Blair hits the second. He's 4 of 6 from the free throw line. He's got 19. Lead cut to 7 with 6 minutes to go. Anderson will set the offense up for the Canes at the free throw line. Hands off to Boyce. Boyce to Ralphie Blundo. Young back to Wallace to Anderson with the defense stepping up a little bit here in this man-to-man defense. Anderson now, top of the key. Call out the play, guarded by Lewis.
Look for that back door again, Lee.
Yeah, so this weave offense, that's what they're looking. They're spreading the floor right now. But right now, the Whippets doing a nice job guarding against that back door as Lewis gets called for the touch foul with 5.5 to go. As Suarez, well, we have not talked a lot about Joe Suarez for a long time. He's back in the game. And we're going to get a Whippet timeout. And it's going to be a quick 30-second timeout. We'll just keep things right here as Ryan Barker checks back in. Yeah, Suarez took that first 3 hit, missed a couple more. We haven't talked about Joe Suarez at all.
He's been on the bench for a little while, too.
So again, this Newcastle team, Jonathan Anderson, he's related to Sean Anderson, by the way, and Tarina Nixon, who played basketball at Southeast Missouri State from 2005 to 2008. Thank you, Mr. Randy Gore, for some of these Newcastle notes tonight. Being able to use that, what I greatly appreciate. The winner moves on Saturday. Reading and Upper Darby. Central Catholic and State College playing right now as we speak, and along with Hempfield from District 3 and Springford. The girls, I think, lost a tough one last night from Springford. So Newcastle inbounds the ball and almost throws the ball away. Somehow Boyce is able to keep it inbounds. Boy, Young was wide open. Blundo for three. Banks are open here in Bald Eagle. 4-3 tonight for Ralphie Blundo puts the lead back up to 10. That might be a play of the game right there.
I don't think that's what he wanted, but he's glad he got the basket.
Keep that for a Bailey Chiropractic play in the game because that play was falling apart, Jay. Blair into the lane, 8-footer up, no good. Rebound comes on to Fromhartz who puts it up and in. And another 30-second timeout taken. Interesting. Coach Stuart Ross, we talked about earlier, uses another 30-second timeout. So they have 2 timeouts left, Jay, with 4:50 to go and an 8-point deficit.
I think he might be trying to set up a different defense.
Again, just a nice crowd on hand here for this first game. And they said the second game getting ready to pow in between Williamsburg and DuBois Central Catholic. I believe that's a girls. Yeah, it is a girls game. I can see the girls team from DuBois Central off to our left. Didn't they make the? I want to say they made this Hershey a few years back. The girls team or boys team. I think it was the boys team.
I think
a few years back.
I think it was the boys' league.
Yeah, might have to look. But so many games in so many days. Boyce goes coast to coast, shot up, no good, but he's going to go to the line to shoot 2 as Blair fouls him. And interesting, as Blair does kind of foul, Boyce to go to the line and shoot 2. But if you notice, Jay, Coach Ross does not stand. He's one of the few coaches you'll see that he does not stand while coaching. Boyce sits the first. You had a legendary, and I can't even think of his name, coach at Washington with over close to 700 career victories, does not stand while coaching. But Ross very rarely stands. Boyce misses the second, just whirls off. Lead at 9 with 4.5 to go. Blair into the lane, rejected the shot by Anderson. Loose ball, Wallace chases it down, but goes to the hands of Kelly Bell. Fromhartz back to Blair, the long 3 from the right wing. That's nothing but net. Lead down to 6 with 4:22 to go. Dylan Blair heating up, Jay.
Yeah, but he's always got to get some more people involved in it because he's been missing quite a few shots here.
Newcastle spreads the floor with his 4-corner offense now. The weave's going on. Boyce to Anderson. Anderson in the lane, left-handed shot up, good. And that's what you can do with the quick guards. Anderson spreads it, gets around, lead back up to 8. Bad pass. Boyce trying to come with the steal, and he does. But I think Bell with the loose ball foul. And if that's on Kelly Bell, that's his 3rd. And it sure is. The clock down to 3:52. We'll have our last media timeout. Canes lead by 8. You're listening to high school basketball here in the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP and the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale Hubbell's preeminent ratings to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Yeah, welcome back for the final. 3:52. It's been a fun game, Jay. 51-43. Canes lead.
Tell you what, it's been a very, very good game, both sides. A lot of action, a lot of good play. and good passing, which I really like.
The Whippets, 8 team fouls. Newcastle, 3 team fouls. Keep that in mind as we play our final 3:52.
That might come down to hurt them. Newcastle doesn't want a foul.
Boyce will go to the line to shoot 1-and-1. Misses. Rebound off of Downingtown West. They said it's Newcastle ball. Wow. That sure looked like it would off Bromhart's.
I think he knocked the ball out of his hands. Looked like to me.
Blair gets called for the charge. Did they call a hoop too? No, they did not call it. I thought they called for the hoop there and then the foul. But no, they're not going that. I haven't seen that play for ages. Would you remember those calls, Jay?
Oh, yes. I never liked them.
Yeah, you don't see it now, but that's what they're calling for. So Blair picks up his third, and the charge draw by, I believe that was Young. As Boyce brings the ball across the timeline.
Full court press from Newcastle for Downingtown now.
So Wallace hands the ball off to Anderson, guarded by Lewis. Anderson gets around Lewis, layup up, good. Anderson coming on now. He's got 10-point lead for the Canes with 3:15 to go. Blair from the parking lot, up and good. Actually, that might have been the Sheets from across the street. Boy, they're down by 7. And a touch foul on Lewis, and that's going to put Anderson to the line to shoot 1-and-1.
That's 2, Lee.
Yeah, that is 2. Thank you. Double bonus. Dylan Blair with 25 points on the night. Canes with four players in double figures. That's the story of the game right there, Jay.
That's right. Newcastle spreading the well, so to speak.
And spreading the floor. Yes. And hits the free throw. There's Jonathan Anderson. Anderson had 4 points at halftime. He's got 11 now. That's what Jonathan Anderson can do. Free throw up. That's good. Canes 5 of 7 from the line. They're up by 9 with 3 minutes to go. Blair. Turnaround 14-footer. That's an air ball. Not a good shot there by Dylan Blair. And Coach Ross looks like, come on, take a better shot than that, please.
I think he should start trying to distribute the ball a little bit more. He's trying to take it on himself.
Yeah, that just wasn't. You don't mind taking good shots, but that's a turnaround 14-footer with a man in your face is not the good shot you want in this situation. Canes with the ball. Blundo back to Anderson, right wing. Bring the ball across the. Throws it to Wallace in the corner. Wallace back out to Blundo, almost traveled. The Boyce back cross court over to Wallace, back to Anderson. Anderson guarded by Lewis, running the clock with 2.5 to go. Canes loving the stall game now. Anderson gets into the lane, back out to Wallace. Wallace falls, loses it, picked up by Kelly. Kelly, we got a 3-on-2, goes into the lane, off the glass, no good. Bromhart's with the rebound and gets the timeout. Not going anywhere yet. Got a 7-point lead. Coach Blundo not happy coming off the bench. We got 1 timeout left. We're going to take a quick one. You're listening to high school basketball here on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP and the Trib Live High School Sports Network, with the Canes leading 55-48.
In need of a lawyer? Contact Medore Bonner Law, a boutique firm offering tailored legal services and over 120 years legal experience. County residents with strong family ties to the community, Jason Medore and Michael Bonner, established Medore Bonner Law to provide clients with legal expertise and personal attention. Guided by their professional staff, you can feel confident your rights will be protected. Call attorneys Jason Medore or Michael Bonner, or visit MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information. And
welcome back. 2:09 left here, fourth quarter, 55-48 the 48. At the end of the game, we have our Mainly Chiropractic Play of the Game and our LCAP Player of the Game. Later on, we're going to have a tough choice possibly. Our Play of the Game might not have happened yet. Our Player of the Game, we're going to have a tough choice with the Newcastle Hurricanes right now. 8 threes on the day. But everybody doing their part, Jay.
I'll tell you what, John Young had 9 points at halftime. He has nothing here in the second half. But Jonathan Anderson had 4, and now he has 12. So he's picking it up.
Especially in the fourth quarter. So the Whippets, full court man-to-man press, going to be broken.
And the Whippets don't want to foul because of 2 shots.
So you have to foul when you're down by 7. And who do you foul? This is a very good free throw shooting team in the Newcastle Red Hurricanes. They spread the floor. That's who you want to foul right there. They tried to foul Wallace. Anderson gets in the lane. The floater up, no good. Rebound comes down to Newhouse. Outlet to Blair with 1.5 to go. Blair behind the back dribble at the top of the key. Bounce pass to Kelly. Shot up, no good. Gets his own rebound back. But Wallace strips it away out of his hands. And then Blair picks up his 4th foul on Isaiah Boyce. How about the play by Nick Wallace, Jay?
That could be a play of the game, too.
Kelly misses that shot, but Wallace, Kelly brings it down. Wallace ripping it out of his hand. Great play by Nick Wallace as Boyce hits the first free throw. Boyce, second free throw. Good. Canes back up by 9 with 1:24 to go. You would think Dylan Blair is going to be getting the ball here somehow, some way. And there he has it in the right wing. Outlet to Suarez from the deep 3. Up, no good. Kelly comes down with the rebound. Finds Blair in the left wing corner 3. That's up and good. Timeout. 4th 3 for Dylan Blair. He's got 28. Cuts the lead to 6. But that's going to be the Whippets' last timeout, Jay. We're going to keep things right here. So, with the 6-point lead, you're definitely spreading the floor here for the Newcastle Red Hurricanes, Jay. I mean, you don't need to be taking any shots, especially with the Whippets out of timeouts, and then plus they're in the double, Newcastle in the double bonus. So right now, get the ball across the timeline and get the ball in the hands of Jonathan Anderson if you can.
I tell you what, they're going to have to just keep moving the ball, and the Whippets got to keep chasing.
8 out of 10 are the Newcastle Hurricanes from the free throw line here so far tonight. Young with 11, Boyce with 14, Blundo with 14, Anderson with 12.
That is even scoring.
8 threes on the night. Now it's a chance. I said, remember, the Whippets out of timeouts. Referees reminding Coach Ross that he does not have any timeouts left. Canes to inbound. Get it into Boyce, and he's fouled. And they say it's not fouled. They say he loses the ball out of bounds. Boy, sure looked like Kelly was pushed. And they're saying it's Whippet ball with 1:06 to go. And Barker's going to check back in. Wow. Cane fans not happy, and I'm shocked myself.
I agree with you, Lee. Looked like he's definitely pushed.
Well, that's what the Whippets needed. They needed that turnover right there. Suarez fakes the 3, gets in the lane, layup, shot up, misses it. Gets his own rebound back, but he did not establish himself back in bounds. He went out of bounds and came back and got the ball, but he did not establish himself. Big miss there by Suarez. Wow. He was open too, Jay.
I know. I couldn't believe he missed that shot.
Big turn of events there. Kane's going to inbound. Gets it into Boyce. Boyce gets across the timeline. Guarded by Kelly. Finds Blundo to Anderson. Anderson's fouled by Fromhartson. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Boy, what a big turn of events there. They get the get the turnover, then come back with a shot, miss a nice, easy shot. And Anderson will go to the line to shoot 2. He hits his first. Canes up by 7. That was the big one, Jay. 3-possession game now.
Only 52 seconds left.
Anderson hits the second. 8-point lead. Of course, we saw a couple 4-point plays last night against Pitt. Blair, no 3 there. Blundo was all over him. Great job by Blundo. Blair now from almost half court. In and out. Rebound comes down to Young. Outlet. All alone. Anderson on the other end. Canes up by 10. Blair, the Newhouse for 3. That's good. No timeouts for the Whippets as we're down to 24 seconds. Wallace will pull things out, and he's fouled with 18.7 seconds left. Canes up by 7. And the I Believe We Will Win chant will be starting from the student section of Newcastle. And Wallace goes to the line to shoot 2. Hits his first. How about this Newcastle team, Jay?
I'll tell you what, they played a great game. And like I said, speed wins, and speed definitely won tonight.
Wallace hits the second. 8-point lead with 18 seconds to go. Substitutions coming in the game. Alex Eli and Cal Landis checks in as the seniors check out for a couple seniors check out. The clock hasn't started. Now the clock will start as Blair, no need to foul. Puts it up, no good. Kelly with the rebound, no good. Rebound put back up in by Alex Eli. Clock down to 8. Boys on the other end. Layup good. Canes are moving on. 65. There's the 65 number, Jay. 56.
That's what he said. And he was right.
The Newcastle moves on to the quarterfinals on Saturday. We'll be back to recap this one and get you our LCAP player of the game and our Maley player of the game and our Maley Chiropractic play of the game. You're listening and watching the high school basketball here on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP and the Trib Live Sports Network.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PenOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Weiland, Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance and receive the personalized service you deserve.
And welcome back for one final time. It's our Tri-County Principals Association post-game show, Jay. Canes are moving on, 65-56 final. They were down 9-3 early on, Jay, in that early 12-0 run to end the first quarter and to start the end the first quarter and start the second quarter. the difference in the game, because, I mean, they went from a 6-point deficit to a 6-point lead, and then the Whippets never got closer than 6 the rest of the game.
I'll tell you what, the Canes played a great basketball game. They started out a little bit slow, but once they got their game going and their speed going, Whippets couldn't stay with them.
Yeah, they spread the floor, and especially in that fourth quarter, and you could see the speed of those Newcastle guards. It just gave, and Blair could keep up, but yeah, Canes were really able to get into the lane a lot in that second half, and then you throw in the 8 threes. Or excuse me, 8 threes in the game. Newcastle was just on fire early, and then they really was able to hang on to that lead and play a great basketball game.
Well, they had 6 threes in the first half. They only had 2 in the second half, and then Jonathan Anderson seemed to pick it up. He ended up with the 12 points in the second half after only 4 in the first half.
Yeah, leading scorer Dylan Blair. One final time to look at him, Jay. He's going to be off to the Army. Talk a little bit about that great guard from Dylan Blair.
I'll tell you what, he had some moves I couldn't believe. I don't think Newcastle could believe the moves he was putting on either.
Yeah, he had 4 threes, leading scorer tonight, 28 points on the night for him. But unfortunately, only one other player in double figures. That was Donovan Fromhartz. He had 12. 6 points for Kelly Bell, 5 for Newhouse, and 3 for Suarez. And we talked about it a couple times in the fourth quarter, Jay. Just great scoring for Newcastle, even scoring, 16 points apiece for Isaiah Boyce and Jonathan Anderson, 14 for Ralphie Belendo, 11 points for Young, and 8 points for Nick Wallace. Just a great performance, and even scoring here, which is you love to see that balanced scoring on the Newcastle team, Jay.
Well, sometimes, like you said, you have 2 people, and getting high scoring, and then the other team has 4. Usually that wins.
Well, we're going to have a hard time getting out of this gym. It's filling in quickly. The DuBois Central fans are traveling well, because we might be able to get the right side. But anyways, winner will go on. As I said, we'll take on the winner of Reading and Upper Darby. That game being played at 7:30 tonight at Coatesville High School. So that game will be played somewhere. They get the winning or Reading or Upper Darby, so maybe right back here, maybe Altoona, maybe Chambersburg. Those are my 3 options. But if they play Reading, this gym will never be big enough for that. So stay tuned, Lawrence County Sports Network. Hopefully we will have that game here in the Lawrence County Sports Network. I want to thank that anonymous fan, Jay, for making the donation to be able to bring the game today. But thanks for all the great sponsors from Lawrence County and be able to bring this action here tonight on the network. Time for hand out 2 awards before we pack up. So our Melee Chiropractic play of the game. Which one would you like, Jay?
I'll try play of the game tonight.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about our play of the game tonight, and you can name them and describe what you like.
Well, Dylan Blair come down with I thought it was going to be an uncontested layup, and Isaiah Boyce come out of nowhere and swatted the ball in the next week. I mean, he was up in the air in a beautiful block without hitting the body, which is good. Melee Chiropractic is proud to present the Play of the Game Award to Isaiah Boyce. Isaiah of Newcastle, Melee Chiropractic, Lawrence County Sports proud to honor Isaiah for tonight's Play of the Game. Isaiah will receive a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone as tonight's recognition Play of the Game. To view tonight's Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game, the full list of this season's top plays, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on Play of the Game. Congratulations, Isaiah Boyce, for tonight's Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
We could have went a few different directions because every starter played outstanding for Newcastle. I mean, Nick Wallace, he only scored 8 points tonight, but he handled the ball well, played great defense tonight. All 5 starters just playing. And by the way, Newcastle did not sub all night long.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I just now remembered that. Yeah, I just now thought about that. So all 5 starters on the bench. From all 5 starters getting it done here tonight. But let's talk a little bit about our player of the game. We're going to go with
Jonathan Anderson.
Jonathan Anderson. Talk a little bit about Jonathan, especially in that fourth quarter, Jay.
Well, Jonathan started out, he had 4 points in the first half. In the second half, he come out, he had a couple big twos, and a couple fast breaks. He was down the court before anybody else and had some easy 2-point baskets. Then he went to the foul line, 4 from 4 from the foul line.
Yeah, by the way, the Canes from the free throw line, 11 of 13 from the free throw line were the Canes tonight, so that's getting it done. We talked about that in the way our 2.5-hour drive out, how important free throws are. That's getting it done right there from the free throw line.
Most teams don't think it's that important. Most young players think, foul shots aren't that important. We've seen more than one game this playoff season where the foul shots made the difference.
So our LCAP Player of the Game award to Jonathan Anderson. So the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership proud to present the Player of the Game award, Jonathan Anderson of the Newcastle Red Hurricanes. LCAP and the Lawrence County SportsNet, they're proud to honor Jonathan for tonight's Player of the Game. He will receive a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone. And Mr. Dawson, you're going to have to get it to him because there's no way we're going to find him in this gymnasium right now. So he will receive that T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition being named tonight's Player of the Game. You can view the full list of this year's Players of the Game. Just go online, lcsportsnet.com, click on Player of the Game. Congratulations, Jonathan Anderson, for being named tonight's LCAP Player of the Game. LCAP changing lives. So at the end of this broadcast, please go over to our other broadcast, the Union Scotties taking on El Catholic right now, and the boys broadcast, and that game, our out-of-town scoreboard sponsored by the Crane Room. Elk County Catholic 17-9.
Yep.
At the half. Oh, jeez.
I'm glad we didn't do that game late.
Wow. But hey, it's half though.
Yeah.
And you can click on to the second game. The Shannock will be taking on Brookville after that game. So final thoughts here, Jay, before we pack up and go eat some ribs in honor of Mark Schuss.
I'll tell you what, Newcastle was very impressive, and now they have to look forward to playing the winner of the Reading Upper Darby game.
And we will hopefully have that game here in the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. But thanks for everybody here at Bald Eagle High School. Easy trip to get here, even better hospitality here at Bald Eagle High School. Thanks for them, and thanks to my brother Jay Moon for putting up with me on this long ride, and thanks for driving, by the way. Final score, the Canes win 65-56. My partner Jay Moon, my name's Lee Moon. Have a great night, everybody.
Your voice for Lawrence County Sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.